Alright, we're going to do an SCBA check today. Starting with the facepiece. You want to make sure that the facepiece is clean, sanitized. There's no obvious debris in it, no drywall. Make sure the head harness is fully extended, each clasp. Make sure the lens is in good shape, no big scratches, gouges. We have some demonstration of heat damage here from the glazing, the cracking, versus what just normal wear and tear should look like. This one's all the cracking, the crazing. Kind of seems like a shattered car window, where the actual crazing is more of a bubble texture. Make sure your lens is in good shape, that your nose cup is in place, your speaking diaphragm on the inside here is where it should be. The actual amplifier is attached. You can test it, make sure you have a red light. When you put it to your face, it should actually amplify your voice. Test, test, which it does. You can turn it off. Do a seal check, make sure it actually compresses to your face. Make sure your neck strap is in good shape. You can set that aside. You could also check the HUD here at this time because it's a good time to pull it out. You can pull that right off of the nose cup. There's a green button on the side. When it's in your facepiece, it's really hard to get to. It's easier just to pull it right out. When you press and hold, you get a red and a yellow, 3 green, 2 yellow, and then 1 red. It flashes on the inside here, on the outside, and also right here. So make sure that all the lights are flashing on it. From there you can check your actual SCBA pack. Starting with the bottle. Start at the top, make sure there's no mechanical defects in the bottle. There's no debanding on it. Bottle seems to be in good shape. The gauge is in the right direction. It's strapped down tight. The cam lock is on. You have 4,500 psi in the bottle. This should be replaced at 42. You need to fill it. Here, check your high pressure connection, which is tight. Check your bell, make sure it's in the upright direction. Check your universal rescue connection. Make sure that the dust cover is on it. Actually take it off. Make sure that this black line here is matched up, because there is a seam here where they can come unscrewed. And you can see here how the two have come apart from each other. From here you can check your high pressure hose. It goes up into your first stage regulator. Make sure the first stage regulator is attached to the back, to the harness here. From here you have low pressure coming to your second stage regulator. Make sure you're connected at the buddy breather. Make sure your bypass valve is turned off all the way and that the valves here are depressed. You can go right back in the holder. From here you can also fire the other high pressure up into your ICM. Make sure there's no mechanical defects in any of these hoses. This is a data cable where all the information from the pack runs into your ICM. Make sure that's in good shape, there's no tears or anything in it. You also have another black line here. You can check to make sure they match up. Make sure all the straps are fully extended. There's no wear and tear or damage to them. Make sure you check these little chest straps because these sometimes get stepped on and crack really easily. After that, you're ready to turn the system on. You should hear the ringing of the bell. You'll hear your ICM beep. And then you should also pretty quickly get the lights flashing on your HUD. It sometimes takes a little bit because these have to communicate together. There we go, we got the 3 green, showing that I have a full bottle. From here, you allow your ICM just to rest. And it goes off. When it goes off, you have flashing lights down here. Should take about 18 seconds for it to cycle through. Once it hits that first alarm, you shake it just to make sure that it is working. and now we'll let it cycle through all four rings. Then you can turn it off by depressing the yellow button twice. Now we'll hit the white button, which should go to full alarm. Also, you can hit the yellow button twice to turn it off. Here we're also going to check that we have matching gauges here. These need to be within 300 psi, and that these two gauges, my LCD screen says I have 43, and that says I have 44 here. These can be within 225 psi. So as long as these two are within 225 and this one is within 300. Then you can turn your system off. We're going to wait for 20 seconds and make sure that the PSI does not drop more than 50 psi. This checks the system for any leaks. We'll say 20 seconds has gone by, we haven't dropped any PSI. From here, you can slowly bleed off the pressure in the system. And as you do, you should also watch the corresponding lights. We got two green there. Two flashing yellow. Now right at the end there, at 1,125 psi, that's 25% of the bottle life, you get the bell should start ringing. You should turn to a red, and that you can bleed all the way down. When you bleed it all the way down, make sure that the bell actually rings all the way down and that it doesn't stop at 500 psi. That bell should go all the way to 0. Then you can turn the system off by hitting the yellow button twice. It'll say off, you get the double chirp, and that's it.